WWE are in talks with EA over their next video game. There's also been a big change to one of the title matches at WrestleMania, and we've learned of the next induction into this year's WWE Hall of Fame. Andrew, it's gaming time, and I love gaming.
It's gaming season, Jack.
So in recent years, I don't know much about gaming these days.
Okay.
You kids,
Us
with
kids.
your video games, but gaming is in the news, so gaming is what we'll talk about first of all, at least anyway.
Yes.
But it's wrestling-based gaming, and
okay.
Fightful are reporting that WWE's relationship with 2K Sports and their parent company Take-Two Interactive may be coming to an end because preliminary discussions have begun with EA Sport. Well, with EA, but yeah. Do you remember EA Sports?
Yeah. Oh my god, I do remember them as well.
But no, this is just with EA, and basically it sounds like they're looking for somebody to take over 2K's role in producing the official WWE video game.
Yeah, so Fightful are also noting that WWE 2K22 is a make or break moment for the partnership following the disastrous launch, obviously, as we all remember, of 2K20 back in 2019. Oh my goodness. Say it was disastrous. It was also hilarious. But yes, from a marketing and sales standpoint, disastrous.
Yes,
go on.
A very glitchy and broken game.
Yeah.
It led to them delaying the next game for a year, I believe, as well.
Yes.
Obviously, the pandemic didn't help and everything.
No.
And now this new one, make or break.
I mean, obviously, I think that's fair enough as well. You know, we've had a lot of 2K games, and they've all been, most of them have been fine. You know, Some of them have been good. Some of them have taken things away that we enjoy, but then brought them back later on and whatnot. And some of them have been good. 2K19, fantastic game. Some of them have not been so good. And the move, if they were to move to EA, I think that's fair enough. I was initially worried, perhaps, about, because we get FIFA now, and FIFA, I know a lot of people in the office, I'm not a big football fan myself, but I know a lot of people are like, it's quite samey, you don't really get too much sort of variety every year now and whatnot. But the fighting games that EA have done, they do the UFC stuff, I think, as well. They've done, like, do you remember Def Jam back in the day?
Of course I remember Def Jam.
Stuff like that. I really enjoyed stuff like that. I think they could do a decent job with it.
I believe they do Madden.
Yes, they do.
American football
NFL and everything as well.
They don't do 2K. They don't do NBA. That's 2K. Sorry, I'm trying to think of other sports they do. But yeah, they often go for like the more simulation sort of ultra realistic kind of. They're trying to get it as close to real life as possible. Yeah. Which 2K went for, I think. I felt like the 2K WWE games went through a bit of a period of being a little bit more simulated feeling. Yeah. Like this is meant to be what it's really, and you'd get fatigued really easily. But then they tried to bring it more of an arcadey feel, I think. Recently.
Yeah, like try and find a blend between the two. No, I think that's the perfect way to do it, personally.
But we'll have to wait and see whether it's enough for WWE to maintain that relationship with 2K. Apparently, Fightful is saying that a strong hint at a potential EA deal comes from LinkedIn, saying in what is probably nothing more than coincidental, it has been noted that both executive staff of EA and WWE have been showering each other with various praise on the LinkedIn platform. Two such examples were WWE CBO Stephanie McMahon complimenting EA on the inclusion of women in EA Sports NHL, the ice hockey game, while EA COO Laura Miele, excuse me for the pronunciation, praised WWE for the featuring of women of the company on a billboard in Saudi Arabia. So that might just be coincidental, but it does certainly seem like they might be moving in a more EA Sports direction.
I think that would be the logical move, at least anyway, to it. I was trying to think of some other studios and I couldn't, and I think EA would be sort of maybe a good move for WWE. We'll see. I mean, EA get a lot of flack as well, but I mean, on the sports side of things, I assume they're okay.
You'll know more about it than me.
I say but it's like sports games. I don't really, other than wrestling.
I don't think FIFA fans are liking them too much at the minute, as you've said, but we'll have to just wait and see.
We'll see what happens.
Now on to the plans for WrestleMania, because there's been a change to an upcoming WrestleMania title match with an addition to the women's tag title match. It's the addition of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
A team that I think actually works quite well.
Me too. They're sort of their aesthetic, their styles work really well together. Goths,
blonde.
Yes, we love goths.
Oh yeah, we love goths.
And a little bit of something. I say edgier. Sasha Banks and Naomi are fantastic as well, but there's a little bit of something edgier in there now, isn't there? You know.
So yes, it would on current standing be a 3-team match with the champions Queen Zelina and Carmella, who's been promising to do naughty things if they retain the titles. Well, her and Corey Graves have been saying they're going to do naughty things. And also the team, as you've mentioned, of Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Yeah.
Been a bit of a rift in the champions, though, last night as well.
Oh, my goodness. Carmella there, just speaking to a man there, Corey Graves, on the announce desk, and Zelina Vega's like, excuse me, are you not going to help me, please, Mom?
Yeah, she's English now.
She is English now. Well, she goes between the two, doesn't she?
Yes.
Sometimes ends up as a New Zealander. What happens? I don't know what happens.
Hi there, guys.
How you doing?
Having a great day.
But yeah, this led to the Rhea and Liv picking up the win there because Carmella did not come to help her tag team partner.
Absolutely. So we'll just take a look now, actually, at the updated WrestleMania 38 lineup with the current matches that have been announced. So on night 1, WrestleMania 38 night 1 on the 4th of March. Sorry, the 2nd of April.
I
read it.
4th of March. It's already been.
Look, first of all, it was written in the American way, which would have been 4th of February, and then I panicked and tried to correct it in my head, and I went just totally wrong. On the 2nd of April, we've got night 1 of WrestleMania with the matches The Miz and Logan Paul versus Rey and Dominic Mysterio, Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin, Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, and Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. Of course, both those women's matches, it made quite a splash when it was revealed that they're both going to be on the same night. Then on night 2, the only matches confirmed so far are Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee, and that was built on a bit last night as well, actually.
Was it?
I believe so. I think Austin Theory slapped Pat McAfee. Wow. Oh no, sorry, on SmackDown. On SmackDown, yeah. It's Pat's show. And Brock Lesnar, of course, versus Roman Reigns in that champion versus champion match. There's a few matches that have been announced as well, but haven't yet been assigned a night. There's that women's tag title match we were just talking about. Also, AJ Styles versus heel Edge and Charlotte Flair. No, Charlotte. I'm reading the wrong. And Steve Austin's appearance on the Kevin Owens show.
Yeah.
Like, not really a match, but certainly a prominent segment.
Do you know what? I'm quite looking forward to this women's tag title match now, and that is usually not something I often say.
The belts haven't been booked that well.
No, they haven't. But now with the addition of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, because I was like, Sasha Banks and Naomi, they got it in the bag pretty much, I think. But now with the inclusion of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, two people who I think they are starting to build up again on the main roster, it's going to be quite intriguing.
I think so as well. And also, we have learned of the next induction into the WWE Hall of Fame. We already knew that The Undertaker was going in. Then Vince McMahon revealed on Pat McAfee's show that he himself, Vince, would be inducting The Undertaker, which is pretty special.
It is.
And now, Andrew, who is also going in?
It's Vader.
That's good.
It's Vader. So WWE tweeted breaking, as first reported by Bleacher Report.
You don't need
Vader,
to say that, WWE. It's your Hall of Fame. You can break the news.
You can break the news.
You can break it.
Vader will be
it's not a real
posthumously...
sport. It's not a real sport, Andrew.
It's not a real sport.
It's choreographed.
No, it's not. Don't say that. Our livelihoods depend on
the
this.
The injuries are real, of course.
Vader will be posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2022. And it's about time, as you said.
Richly deserved, I think. Yeah,
absolutely.
I remember when he inducted Stan Hansen, I believe.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, actually, surely Vader should also be in.
You'd have thought so.
Now he is. It's good news. Unfortunate, of course, that it's happened after he's passed away, but I don't think anybody could realistically argue that he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Great pretty much wherever he went. You could even argue that his run in WWE was kind of the least prominent thing he did.
That's exactly what I thought as well. I think it was.
And it's not to say it was bad at all.
No, he did great things in WCW, did great things in Japan as well. Like, he really got around and did some fantastic stuff.
I think so. Probably one of the best big man or big monster wrestlers of all time.
Definitely.
Mick Foley tweeted about this as well, saying, congratulations to the family of Vader on the well-deserved and overdue, in my opinion, induction of Leon White into the Hall of Fame. My matches with Vader were some of the best and wildest of my career. Triple Triple H also tweeted saying, with his imposing size and unbelievable agility, Vader was more than just a great big man. In front of the camera, he was Vader. Behind the camera, Leon White was respected by his peers for his accomplishments and much more. So proud to say that he is in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's quite
And
nice.
hopefully Mick Foley inducts him into it as well.
That would be very fitting.
That would be very nice.
That would be very good indeed. But we'll have to wait and see. And then for any more updates, do check back here as well for any wrestling news. And check out our news video earlier on today if you haven't seen that already. Leave your thoughts and opinions in that comment section down below. And for myself and Andrew, it's in the game.
That was good.
That was bad.
No.